so we're going to follow the signs for Bedworth at the Griff Roundabout. It's the 5th exit, so I'm going to check my centre, right mirror and my blind spot, then signal and move over into the right hand lane. So I'm following the signs for Bedworth. I'm looking for my lane markings on the approach. I can see that I've got Bedworth is the right hand lane, so I'm in the correct lane. Just keeping an eye on the lights on the approach. They're on green at the moment. I'm going to slow down, change gear to make sure I'm in the correct gear for the corner I'm about to turn. I'm going to stay in my lane markings. Notice my lane says Bed, so I'm going to follow the signs for Bedworth. And now this lane spirals out to the middle. We've got a choice of two. I've taken the middle lane because that's going to put me in the left-hand lane when I enter the new road. So I'm in the left-hand lane looking for the 5th exit. Here's the 4th one. So this is where I check my mirrors, my centre and left mirror, and signal left. Now you can see I'm in the correct lane for Bedworth, just coming off at the next exit. You can also see the other lane I could have chosen to the right hand side, but what's happening to that lane is it's now filtering into the lane that I'm in. So the preferred lane that I was in going round the roundabout has put me in a good position without me having to filter into traffic. So now we're going to follow the signs for Nuneaton at the Griff Roundabout. There are 2 lanes for Nuneaton on the approach here, so I'm going to approach in the preferred lane, which is the left-hand lane. So nice and steady on the approach. I can't see anything from the right at the moment because of the banking, so I'm going to slow down. I'm in the left-hand lane, the correct lane. I'm going to wait until it's okay to proceed. I've got a gap now, I can go. So I'm following the signs and the lane markings for Nuneaton. I'm in the left-hand lane, which is the correct lane. I'm now going to carry on, and it's the 3rd exit, waiting for the 2nd exit. Here it is, centre left mirror, signal left into the new road. And because I entered in the left-hand lane, the preferred lane, I've now exited in the left-hand lane, the preferred lane on the dual carriageway. Before I'm speeding up, I've checked my centre right mirror, and now I'm getting myself to the speed, which is 50 miles an hour, if it's safe to do so. Okay, so at the roundabout, we're going to take the 5th exit, signposted for Bermuda Park. So I'm going to check my centre right mirror. Think about moving over. Now's a good time to move over. Centre right mirror. Also made sure I check my blind spot before I actually started to turn. I'm going to move over to the right-hand lane. You'll see the lane markers in front say Bermuda Park. That's short for Bermuda Park. That's what we want. The lights are on red, so I'm going to come to a nice gentle stop. Thinking about stopping at that white line. The lights are just changing, so into 1st gear, and away we go, again following the lane markings for Bermuda Park. So because it was the 5th exit, as I'm going around, I'm counting the exits off. So I'm just passing the 2nd exit, and in front of me I've got the 3rd exit for Bedworth. So I'm going to keep the right signal on, making sure we're going round to the right. And at the 4th exit here, I'm going to start to spiral out. I'm looking for this white line on the left-hand side of the car, following it to the green sign, gently braking. I've got a car in front, and at the green sign I then mirror and signal left. Because the pause is going to turn into a wait, I'm going to put the handbrake on and into neutral. You've got a choice here. You can get yourself into neutral or be prepared at the biting point. The lights have changed. Again, I'm looking for that exit off, and here's the 5th one in front of me. The signs say Bermuda Park, just to confirm that that's the exit we want. So I'm going to turn into the new road, and as I turn into the new road, I'm making sure I'm looking right up that new road for any obstructions. And there's one here, so there's a truck. And before I overtake the truck, my mirror check, and then around we go. Okay, so at the roundabout ahead, I'm going to turn right and take the 3rd exit, signposted Bermuda Park. So first of all, I need to change lanes, so I'm going to check my centre and right mirror, signal right, check my blind spot, move over to the right-hand lane. The lights are on red, so I'm going to gently slow, keeping good control of the car, thinking about where I'm going to stop, which is on that just before that white line. So I'm going to gently come to a stop, and because a pause is going to turn into a wait, I'm going to secure the car by applying the handbrake, and then you've got one of 2 choices here. You can put the car into neutral, and just wait for the lights to start to change and then prepare to move, or you can put your clutch down and prepare to move, waiting for the lights to change. Depends on how comfortable you are in terms of doing that, preparing as the lights change from red to amber. So I'm going to wait until the lights change from red to amber, then I'm going to prepare. So now I'm preparing the car and moving off in first gear. So I'm turning right, so I want the right-hand lane. And what I'm looking out for as I go around is for the spiral out of the roundabout. So I can see the signs on the road say Bermuda Park. And what I'm going to do now is I want the third exit, so I'm just passing the second, so this is where we spiral out to the left. At the green sign, I'm going to check my mirrors and signal. And then I'm looking for my exit off. I can see signs ahead saying Bermuda Park, so that's confirming I'm taking the right exit. Turning into the new road, looking up the new road and checking mirrors, centre right mirror before I accelerate. Okay, so now we're going to approach the Griff Roundabout, turning right towards Coventry. So we can see the board ahead, and the board says we want the fourth exit. It's a right turn. So I'm going to check my centre and right mirror. Now I'm going to signal right, making sure that I check my blind spot before I move over. The lights are on red, so I'm going to gently brake to the line, keeping my signal on as we go. I can see the lane marking say Coventry. On this approach, I've chosen the right-hand lane. I could have chosen the middle lane. And I know that the right-hand lane is going to bring me out into the right-hand lane of the new road we turn into. So we're just going to follow this right-hand lane round the roundabout and exit at the Coventry exit. Again, it's the fifth exit. So I'm just waiting for the lights to change. They're changing now. Slowly moving off, keeping a good distance from me and the car in front, just watching out for any sudden braking that might happen. As we go around the roundabout with the right signal on, we can see the lane markings say Cov. So I'm going to keep the right signal on as we go around. We can now see the white line is spiralling us out because it's the next exit we want. So we're going to move now into the middle lane, mirror and signal left, staying in the outside lane, cancel my signal in the new road, checking my mirrors and make progress. So I'm in the first lane signposted for Coventry here, and I'm just going to follow the lane markings all the way around the roundabout. So I'm making sure I'm well within my lane. In this case, we've got some nice red tarmac to follow here. Notice that at this stage I'm not signalling right, even though I am going right around the roundabout. That might confuse a driver behind. I'm changing lanes. So now I've got a choice in front of me, so now I do need to signal right, because I've got an option to go straight on. So now I'm going to check my centre, my left mirror and signal left, and that brings me out in the left-hand lane in the new road of the dual carriageway, following the signs for Coventry. Just going to check my centre right mirror before I speed up, cancel my signal and then make progress up to the speed limit, which in this case is 50 miles an hour.